Hello everyone, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can see by the title of today's video, looking down at my notes, less talking and more action. Less talking, more action. Let me read my notes. I know we love to start the new year off. Let me start over. I know we like to start the new year off by saying, we're going to do better, what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, and how we're going to do it. I myself have done this many times. I've decided to do something different this year. Less talking, more action. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do less talking and have more action. Don't you get tired of hearing people say they're going to do this, they're going to do that, but all they're doing is talking, no action? That's exactly what I'm talking about. We have to get tired of just talking about it, and we have to put our words into action. Now, of course, anything that I talk about here on my channel, it is something that God was dealing with me on and talking to me about. And yes, I was talking to God, and God was talking to me, and I was telling God, God, I used to do that whole New Year, new me. I'm gonna, make a list and have my New Year resolution and things that I'm gonna do and blah blah blah. Yep. Now I'm just talking about me. I'm not here to talk about nobody else. This platform is for me to talk about my spiritual journey. So yes, I used to do that all the time. I would start in January, and by February it was what did I say I was going to do again? And yes, sometimes I would stick to some things throughout the year, and sometimes I would meet some goals and sometimes I wouldn't. It was just up and down all over the place with me. So I decided, to just less talking and more action, because I know I myself get tired of people talking about what they're gonna do. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this then, I'm gonna do this then, and then you know what, it's all talk, and you see that they ain't doing nothing they said they was gonna do. Yes. So God was telling me, God was talking to me about, things that I was telling God that I want to do this year, as far as my spiritual journey, as far as my spiritual walk with Him. I was just telling God, I want to do more of this. I want to do more of this, less of this, less of that. And God was just saying to me, He said, less talking, more action, and God was just straight up with me. That's exactly what He said. He said, less talking, more action. God said, okay. Less talking, more action. God said, I want to see you make these changes. Don't talk about making these changes. God said, just make them. Just do them. Just do them. God said, you ain't got to sit here or go down a whole list with me of what you're going to do for me and what you're not going to do and da-da-da-da. God said, just do it. Just do it. And that's the thing. We get so caught up and trying to make these long lists and trying to make this and trying to make these vision boards and trying to do this and trying to do that, and you know what, I'm not saying the vision boards, I'm not saying all of that stuff isn't good. I'm not saying that, because sometimes that's what people need. They need to write things down and put them in front of them, to help them achieve their goals. I myself have made lists, like I said. It's to each its own, whatever works for you. I'm just talking about what God was talking to me about, and like I said, it may help someone. So God was saying to me, He was saying, you always saying you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And God was like, you did this, you did that, but you didn't do that, and that, And God was just, ministering to me, and God was just saying, just stop talking about it. God saying, just do it. Just do it, just do what we know is right. Do what we need to do to make our lives better. Let's make better choices. Let's stop doing bad habits. Let's, like I said, I know it's not gonna be something overnight, because I know a lot of habits I had were not overnight stopped. They were not stopped overnight. They were not. With God's help, God's strength, God's guidance, I was able to stop doing a lot of things, especially a lot of things that weren't of God, and that's what God was just talking to me about. He was saying, let's just stop talking about it and let's just do it. I mean, I ain't gotta sit here with nobody and be like, oh girl, I'm finna do this, this and this and that. Oh, you know, saying to your family and friends, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No. I'm gonna listen to what God said. God said, less talking, more action. You know? Let's just get caught up in just doing it. And stop talking about it. I mean, because we do more talking than action anyway, most of the time. You know, most of us, we talk about it all day long. Da, 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 I'm gonna do da, 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 da. And you know, some of us don't even do half of our list. Some of us don't do half of our vision boards or whatever it is that we want to do. And you know what I said? I said, God, I like the sound of that. Less talking, more action. Less talking, more action. And he just kept saying that to me. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just do it. He said, let's stop talking about it. Let's be about our Father's business. Let's do it. You know, because I was talking to God about some goals I want to achieve. Because you guys know I have 2 channels. I always say that on both of my platforms. I have 2 channels. On this channel, this is my first channel, first priority channel, my spiritual journey channel. I do have a second channel. The link will be in the description box. I always leave the link to my other channels in the description box. On my second channel, I do hair, makeup, nails. I did record this makeup look if you are interested. I do hair, makeup, nails, videos, DIYs, grocery hauls, cooking. I do so much over there, guys. Nails. I just do a bunch of girly stuff. A bunch of motherly stuff. Because I do vlogs, family vlogs. And you know what it is? It's just my life. You know, my life. And I just share that it may help someone. You know, because you never know. Your life, things that you go through, things that you do on a daily basis could help somebody. So by me saying that, you know, God was just saying to me, because I was saying to God, you know, God, on my spiritual channel, I want to do this, this and that for you, God. On my other channel, God, I want to do this, this and that, you know. And God was saying, just, okay, let's talking, and more action. You know, at one point, God was like, okay, I'll see. And isn't that how we look at people? Those people who say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And they make a whole big old list. Tell you a whole big old list they're going to do. And then as the year go on, you see they ain't even doing half of the list. And we'd be like, she was just talking. All she do is talk. And they don't even take what you say serious. You always say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, da, da, da. And you know what? Sometimes people don't even take us serious. They say, oh, she always talking. She always say she's going to do that. Oh, she said she's going to do that last year. He said he was going to do that last year. Oh, he always saying he going to do this. She always saying she's going to do that. And they don't even take us serious. Less talking, more action. What God said to me, I'm just coming to share it. I'm just sharing what God said to me. That's all I'm doing, guys, that it may help someone. Less talking, more action. Alright, guys, that is what God wanted me to come and talk about today. This is Arika Misha. Don't forget to go in the description box, guys. Click on that link to my second channel, guys, over there, and show me some love and support. I do appreciate all of your love, all of your support. I appreciate you guys who support me on both of my platforms. I do appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much. God bless. Bye, guys.